Good Saturday morning, Coastal Bend. Take a look at our map. All these colors going on. We have a freeze warning in effect this morning. That'll expire around 8 a.m. That's really for areas in our northern brush country and some parts of the western part of the Coastal Bend. You'll notice Sinton, Mathis, and parts of Orange Grove included in that. And then, of course, you go up north, Refugio over to George West. Again, this expiring at 8 a.m. That's because they've been able to maintain those freezing temperatures for that threshold this morning. So definitely chilly out there heading out the door. Because of the northerly gusty winds we saw yesterday, that's going to continue into the early part of our day today. Should begin to calm on down here shortly. So this gale warning going into effect this morning, continuing into noon. The small craft advisory going to follow in suit, and I imagine this gale warning is going to turn into a small craft advisory later on today for our water. So if you've got any plans out on our waters, definitely want to put a hold on that for the day today. I promise we have improving conditions over the next few days. We do have a few other advisories also in effect. We've got a wind chill advisory south of us in Falfurrias, that going into effect this morning as well. It'll expire at 9 a.m. this morning. We also have a freeze watch that's going to go into effect for George West and Beeville. We're monitoring that over the night tonight going into Sunday morning. Don't expect them to see a hard freeze or anything of that sort like they saw overnight hours from last night into today. Still, though, going to continue to monitor them as they could see some of those light freeze temperatures early tomorrow morning. Aside from that, zooming out to Texas, you'll notice these gale warnings and small craft advisories extending along the Texas coast into Louisiana. That thanks to the cold front that pushed on through, bringing everyone some gusty winds across our waters. For us here in the Coastal Bend, mid-30s in Corpus Christi, low 30s. You'll notice where that freeze warning is in effect this morning. 31 degrees for Mathis and Beeville. Everyone else closer to the water, it is a slightly bit warmer in those low 40s this morning. Getting you out the door for your day. Mid-50s is where we're going to stamp out at. That's the highest we're going to get for our high temps this afternoon. Good news is sun's going to help get us there. We've got a sunny day compared to what we saw yesterday, so it's going to be a nice day today on tap. That is if you like the cool weather, though. A look at Texas as a whole, though. Check out Amarillo and North Texas. Their wind chills in the 10s this morning. I am so glad I'm a South Texan today. Glad that cold front didn't do that to me. Our winds here this morning between about 15 to 25 miles an hour closer to the waters. You'll notice more inland you go, it's between about 5 to 10 miles an hour. So our wind chills are following in suit. Even though our temperatures are stamping in those mid to upper 30s here in Corpus Christi, it's feeling like the upper 20s as you head out the door. Up there where that freeze warning is, feeling like the mid to low 20s this morning heading out the door. Definitely want to keep that in mind for your day today. Pack that jacket. You're going to need it all day long. Here's a look at your future cast. Skies are going to stay clear for our day today. That's going to allow us to stay pretty cool. But again, we're going to top out in those mid to upper 50s for afternoon high temp. You'll notice going into our evening hours, those winds going to start to turn out from the southeast, which will allow for tomorrow to see a warmer day. Heading out the door tomorrow morning already in those upper 30s. That's going to allow us to get to those low 60s for tomorrow's afternoon high temp. This ahead of our next cold front to come. I know we don't want to hear it because we're heading into spring break. Don't worry. This one's not going to do much. It's just going to bring in some drier air. Sun's going to stick with us through the most part of our spring break week. Look at those temps. Upper 70s, low 80s. What do you think about that, Lexus?
I am ready for it.